welcome to the final week. So the makeup part of this video is going to be a little bit shorter, but I'm just going to show you how to do a really quick, hopefully, fingers crossed, liquid eyeliner flick, because then that'll lead us into our tiger face paint a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is I like to tilt my head back and look straight down at a mirror, and I'm just taking a little liquid liner like this, and I'm just going to pull it just out past the eyebrow. So some people like to pull it up towards the eyebrow, but lately I've been enjoying just bringing it out a little bit more straight. So just angle it past your eyebrow, and I'm just going to use a really light hand, and hopefully this will go well. And just pull up and out, just as long as you want to make it. And then back down. And you want to make sure you're going right towards the outer corner of the eye. And then from the tip of the liner there, just going to start pulling down towards the lash line and filling it in as we go. And the outer edge of the wing is going to be a lot thicker than the inner part of the wing as well. So I'm just going to dip in again. And this is the same for like a felt tip liner or anything like that, or even just a gel liner with a brush, which is what I'd usually prefer actually. Oh, we'll go with this one today. And just gradually start pulling it closer and closer down to the lash line. This is obviously a more dramatic wing, but I feel like I kind of need this if I'm going to turn myself into a tiger in a minute anyway. And just keep going over. Neaten up the outer edge. Yeah, and you just want to make it get a little bit thinner. You see, close my eyes, towards the inner corner, and that is a quick little wing, and I like to, I like to pull mine out to the side rather than up, because when I pull it up, because I've got hooded eyes, it just never sits right. So I'm just going to do the other eye, and the fun is getting them to match, obviously. So I'll do this side too. And again, I'm going to go from the outer corner of the eye, little small lines, taking it out up towards past the eyebrow, and then from the top up. See, I've messed up already, but it's going to be so fine. I'll show you how to fix it. Up, resharpen that line again, and bring it down towards the lash line, and pull down. I feel like I have to concentrate so much when I do my liner. I'm just making sure to fill in all the little gaps. And as well, if you find that your eyeliner isn't black enough, then what you can do is go over with a little black eyeshadow and pass over it with a little brush. And then clean up with a wipe if you need to. Because for example, this one isn't as black as I'd usually want it to be, but still does the job. It's easily fixed. So, see how we made our little mistake there? Do you know what? It's actually a good thing that I've made a mistake here, because I can show you how to fix it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let that dry like completely, because if you start wiping it while it's still wet, it's going to smudge everywhere. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and I'll be back in a sec just to show you how to clean it up. Right, so what I've done is I've put a little bit of concealer on the back of my hands, and I'm using a small little concealer brush. You could use any flat brush for this, and I'm just going to lightly drag the concealer up and over the wing, just to sharpen it up a little bit. But yeah, just make sure you're waiting until you can until your eyeliner is dry before you do this, otherwise you will end up smudging your eyeliner everywhere, and it's so much harder to fix. So I'm just doing that, and then use my finger just to blend the concealer back. So that is how I do my winged liner. I know that looks a little bit harsh, but obviously once all like your face makeup and everything's done, unlike mine, it'll look a lot better, and that just shows you how to clean up when you take your eyeliner too far down and uneven. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned a few little tips of how to do it, especially with hooded eyes. Like, I prefer to take my eyeliner outwards rather than upwards because it'll just never sit straight. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will get right into the tiger video, which is part 2. Bye!